everybody, my name is Kevin Jackson.
And my name is Rome Walker.
And this is the Diaspora Connect JA. So, let me just tell you a little bit about Diaspora Connect JA before we start the show. Basically, we came up with this idea because I've been talking to a lot of Jamaicans in the diaspora, and one of the things that they keep saying is they don't know what's happening in Jamaica. You know, yes, they read the newspaper online. Yes, some of them go on One Spot Media, but there's still a lot of things they don't hear about. And likewise, Jamaicans, there are a lot of things happening with Jamaicans in the diaspora that we don't know about in Jamaica. So we want to use this show to connect all the Jamaicans here in Jamaica, you know, with those in the diaspora, so that we can share news, you know, what achievements are Jamaicans making, you know, what are our shared concerns. Right. So with that, what topics are we talking about today?
Well, Kevin, happy that you asked me. In the nooks and crannies of the Jamaican diaspora, you know, Jamaicans are everywhere. Once people are there, we're in Russia, we're in practically
Japan,
only UK,
Germany,
Japan, we're everywhere.
UK, yep.
So, first thing we're going to talk about is a lady that hails from Westmoreland, Darlingston in particular, a scientist who's pioneering the way in nerve damage repair, right?
That's
right?
Patrice Smith. Right?
Patrice Smith, right? Next we're going to talk about, oh gosh, the lady is just practically crying gold medals. Aliah Atkinson.
Yeah, man.
Right, there's just nothing that she can do. I think if I'm doing a Little Mermaid movie, you should hire her. Next we're going to talk about the Jamaican doctor and specialist in rheumatoid. Nadia? Or Nadia? That's one of those names you pronounce differently, right?
Yeah.
Nadia Morgan. Regrettably, she died in a crash in Baltimore. So condolences to her family. We'll get more into that particular story. We're going to be talking about movies in Jamaica. There was recently a film night in Jamaica. We really want to dig deep into this, called Roast Fish, Wine and Movies. And finally, we're going to talk about what the world is currently talking about in banking, the sexy news of inflation, the BOJ commercial.
Yep, BOJ. Have you seen it yet? You haven't seen it?
I have not seen it yet. I've heard everything about it, but I am going to see it today. You're going to show it to me. I have formed my own opinion.
Alright.
You've heard all manner of things about it.
Yep, so we're going to get your reaction today.
But keep me up. Let's talk about this scientist with nerve damage, Patrice Smith.
Alright, so Patrice Smith, like you said, she hails from Westmoreland.
Darlingston.
Yep. And
hold on. If everybody don't know where Darlingston is, you know, this is Bush. Bush, Jamaica. So it's just to show you that it doesn't matter where you come from, you know, with the right mindset, you can achieve anything.
Yeah, man. And I mean, it just reinforces that education is the key. Right? And it don't matter if it's formal education or, you know, some other formal education, just get knowledge in your head and apply that knowledge. And that's what this young lady did. Right? Apparently, even at 18 years old, she repeated the last year of high school just so she could get a scholarship. So
basically her mission, even though she was probably doing well, you're saying that she repeated because she wanted this particular scholarship.
Yeah, man. Because, I mean, you know how it goes. It's like you might be smart in whichever nook and cranny of the world you are, but you don't have the means, right? Education still costs money, right? Now, this girl, she, she attended so many universities. I can't remember the name of them now. I think they're in Canada. One of them, actually, she had attended Harvard as well. And
she's not at John Hopkins, I think?
No. Not John Hopkins, that's Nadia Morgan.
That's Nadia Morgan.
Later.
Okay.
Alright, so basically what this lady had discovered is a new means for nerves to repair themselves. Right? Or possibly repair themselves. She's been experimenting with a drug that she's tested on mice. What they did was the mice, they applied it to mice with crushed optic nerves.
How do you crush the nerves from mouse?
That, I don't know. The article did not get into that. It's something that I was thinking about researching because I was wondering, how do you crush the optic nerves of a mouse? But anyway, what they discovered, that they had baby mice with these crushed optic nerves and they had adult mice with crushed optic nerves. And what they noticed is that the optic nerves in the baby mice will repair themselves, but in the adult mice, they don't. And that is the same thing with human beings. When human beings are from baby to 2 years old, their brains are still growing, still developing, their endings are still growing. But at some point, at 2 years old, something triggers to stop that growth, right? And that is why in adults, nerves don't repair themselves. So what she has figured is if there was a way to reactivate, the nerves, block whatever it is that's stopping the nerves from growing, she could probably, help repair things like spinal cord injuries, brain injuries, Alzheimer's, those sort of things. Now, this is groundbreaking research, but as you know, with research has to be challenged by other scientists in order for it to be valid.
Fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough.
And basically what researchers have been saying is that even though she has injected mice with this drug and it has shown signs of nerves growing back, one, they also need to see whether or not these mice will get back sight. And two, scientists are challenging her to test this on primates before moving to human stage, because mice might not be as complex as humans. It might work in mice and it might not work in humans.
Right.
So we need to test it.
It's a different genetic makeup altogether.
Right, exactly. Okay. But nonetheless, it's still groundbreaking research by a Jamaican in the diaspora.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's her name again?
Her name is Patrice Smith.
Hi, Miss Smith. If you're seeing this, if you can just reach out to us, we'd love to have you on the show so you can dive a little bit deeper into the science, because we're very interested in it, and I don't believe we're doing it justice.
Oh, you crush my nerves.
But just reach out to us. Just comment down below.
Yeah.
And just let us know.
The email address is diasporaconnectja@gmail.com, so you can just email us through that.
Right. And if anyone knows her, please get this video to her. Please, let's share the video. We need to get Patrice Smith on the show to talk about this.
Right.
Hi, I'm Nadia Morgan. I'm a physician scientist and clinical investigator in the Division of Rheumatology here at Johns Hopkins. My specific expertise lies in a condition called systemic sclerosis, also known as scleroderma, which literally means hard skin.
Dr. Nadia Morgan, right, who we unfortunately lost in a car crash in Baltimore. She's actually a friend of my wife. I actually got to attend the funeral, and I mean, it was a big funeral, no doubt, but it was really, really sad, because this girl was like the poster child of what you'd want your daughter to be. Right?
Yeah.
Straight A's, devout Christian from must say 9 years old or something like that. She's the nicest person you could ever meet. She has so many accolades to her name. And on top of it, she's been conducting groundbreaking research as well. Let me just read a little bit here about her accomplishments. Her biggest accomplishment, she's a recipient of the 2016 American College of Rheumatology Distinguished Fellow Award.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a huge award that I'm hearing. And she is a faculty member of Johns Hopkins Scleroderma Center.
Wow.
Yes. So she was a lecturer at Johns Hopkins. Right? And this scleroderma, that was what she was pursuing her research in, and she had just gotten a grant for this.
What's scleroderma though?
Alright, so scleroderma is a condition where your skin, well, the most notable symptom is when your skin gets hard. Like rock hard skin, basically.
Like the Stone Men on Game of Thrones?
I guess you could say that, yeah, the Stone Men on Game of Thrones. But yeah, so basically, your skin gets super hard, it affects things like mobility of, your limbs, your fingers. They have treatment for it, but from what I'm gathering, the treatment is not very effective.
And
it works
I'm guessing pretty expensive.
Probably, pretty expensive, because it's, it's pretty rare.
Wow.
I've misdiagnosed in the early stages. And, it's one of those things where the drugs that exist are not that effective. And by not that effective, meaning it may work well in some people, but then there are a lot of people it doesn't work well.
Because of how rare it is.
Right,
wow.
So she's doing groundbreaking research in this, which of course would have meant a huge improvement in quality of life for a lot of people.
Yes, naturally.
So we lost this person recently, a Jamaican doing great things overseas. As usual, she was only 35.
Wow.
But the good thing is that her research carries on. She apparently has inspired everybody on her team at Johns Hopkins. She was very, very revered at Johns Hopkins.
Yeah,
and, you know, they're going to continue her research. They've started a foundation.
Fantastic.
Which is going to help people with scleroderma.
Fantastic.
So,
wow.
You know, amazing work lives on even though she's gone on to a better place.
Yeah. Over to a more light-hearted story. Oh, here we go. The swim queen herself, Aliah Atkinson.
The swim queen herself.
Aliah Atkinson. Wow. Okay.
Lovely lady, man.
RJR Sportsman. Oh, she win the RJR Sportsman and Woman thing again.
Yep,
for the third year in a row. Aliah.
Yep.
Okay, I see you. I see you. You're doing big things.
Imagine one time she couldn't get it, you know. And
yeah.
now 3 times.
1, 2, 3. Okay, look at you.
Girl, big man.
Best Performance of the Year Award and People's Choice Award for her outstanding performance on the world stage, including breaking her own 50-meter record, setting a time of, what is that?
I think it's 28.
28 rifles. Oh! At the 2018 Finnish Swimming World Cup in October. Also Cup 3, what is now? CAC Games and 3 World Cup gold. Okay. Aliah, I see you.
Or you know, like how Merlin Otto was the bronze queen, and Aliah is the gold queen.
You're the gold queen.
She's the gold queen.
Sure. She got a Midas touch.
Yep. And let me tell you, I was there. I was there at RJR Awards.
Yeah.
And trust me, bro, when I tell you, say it was amazing because you're sitting down and you hear them calling out the award, and then it's like Aliah Atkinson. I said, oh, okay, cool. And you see her walk on stage, you know, looking lovely in her outfit and everything. And then maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes later, Aliah Atkinson, they say, oh wow, she went to awards, congrats.
Cleaning up,
then about, you know, 10, 15 minutes later, Aliah Atkinson, I said, wait, I share tea for people, them goal.
No, you know what is right? I want to see Aliah on a cereal box. Why am I not seeing Aliah on a cereal box? I want her on a cereal box.
I'm sure she's going to be on a cereal box soon.
I want her on a cereal box, okay?
She has to be.
I see her on my TV a lot. I want to see her on a cereal box. But hey, congrats, Aliah. Kevin is follows your career very closely. I can't swim, so regrettably, I don't follow swim as much.
She can probably teach you.
Could you?
Yeah.
Could you? I'd appreciate that.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to approach her about doing a movie because I have a movie written about mermaids, and you mentioned her.
Yeah, she.
You know? Yeah, so I think
she probably could teach mermaids to swim.
She probably could teach mermaids to swim. Oh boy! But yeah, man. Honestly, it was amazing. All I kept thinking when she won all of these goals was, which truck I'm gonna carry up on trophy?
Jeez, I tell you, she probably did a Brinks truck. For walk around with her.
JTC bus come for the whole of them.
Hey, congrats, Aliah.
Yeah, man. Congrats, Aliah. Congrats.
Hey.
The work is paying off, and let me tell you something. She's now a pioneer and advocate for black swimmers, because I don't know if you know this, but she is I think she's the first black swimmer to win an international title, and I think the second black person to hold a world record. That's what I remember hearing at RJ. So it's big things. She's big things.
That you deal with.
And she started a foundation to help black girls, you know, swim with swimming, you know.
I'm not a black girl, but I still need help. So please consider me. Thank you.
Alright.
So, alright, this movie night. Kevin, I have a question about this particular movie night.
Go on.
Roast Fish, Wine and Movies. This was put on by Michael Kushney.
Michael Kushney.
Michael Kushney.
Yeah.
Michael Kushney. Regrettably, I didn't hear about this until after the date passed. But tell us a little bit about it. And what I really want to talk about is that when we have these nice little movie nights, how can we get people to hear about them before, because usually, as I said, you hear about them after they have passed.
Alright, let me address that one first. I think it is key for people to know about these things.
Yep.
And even with social media around, trust me, like people always say, why not use up social media? Social media is the best way to get to people. But social media is crowded. I can tell you this is how I found out about it. I found out about it on social media.
Right.
And I got an email as well.
But here's the thing now. and this is something that needs to be considered. Social media will reach people who are already interested in this type of thing, which is why a lot of these movie nights is the same people you see coming.
Right, exactly. So that's what I was going to get at.
For it to be sustainable, you need to introduce new people into the circle.
That's what I was going to get at. That right now, unfortunately, yes, it's been publicized on social media and it's been emailed to various groups. But it's one of those things. If you're not actively looking for it, you're not going to find it.
Right.
Now, one of the best things I would say is there are two groups. Well, there's a page on Facebook called Jamaica Film and Television Association. Right?
I've heard of it.
Right.
I've heard of it.
They would have posted it.
Right.
There's a Jamaica Film Industry Facebook group.
Right, which I'm a member of, and for some reason I'm not getting my notifications.
Oh, maybe you have to check and see if you turn them off by accident or.
Probably.
But, yeah, it's strange because even when you go on Facebook and you search for key terms, like Jamaican films or Jamaican film night or whatever, it's not going to come up.
Right.
Right? So yeah, we do need a better way of publicizing these things. I know Jafta did a lot of publicizing through email. I know I publicized it on my Instagram.
When Jafta is publicizing through email, that would only be for their members, right?
Yeah, not just members. Anybody who's signed up to the newsletter. Or
the newsletter.
I should say the email, the mailing list.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so I went to this movie night and it was pretty good. It was on Winwood Road at Kushney's studio, his new studio, and it was an outdoor setting. I really like outdoor screenings, Thankfully, the rain held up. There was one point in time where it threatened like it was going to rain, but it held up. And we saw several films. There was a film that I worked on called Unbound that was in it.
Hey, you were the bad guy in that.
I was a fight choreographer.
You sure?
Yeah, man. You're probably thinking about Enhanced.
Is Enhanced I'm thinking about?
Yes, you're thinking
I'm sorry,
about
Kevin.
Enhanced.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of your work in too many movies, man.
Not enough. But yeah, so Unbound by David Johnson was in it. Unintentional by Darren Campbell.
Sorry, Unbound is a crime thriller.
It is a crime thriller. Well, it's regarded as an action movie. It's an action movie about human trafficking.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Actually, a very, very good piece of work. Highly recommend if you have not seen it, you find out. Can we put a link where?
Yeah, man, we can put a link. It's on Quelly TV, it's on Amazon, it's on Vimeo, a few other platforms.
So sorry for highlighting that one. I've seen that one and I love it. It's a very wonderful piece of work.
I'll put the link somewhere, maybe here or there or
anywhere.
Somewhere. I'll put the link.
Right, what
else did they show? There were some documentaries by Gabriel Blackwood.
I like Gabriel's work.
And Uprising
Gabriel's coloring is really beautiful.
It is beautiful. Very, very sexy. There were Stone Hunters by Rand Francis.
Stone Hunters? Okay.
Yeah, which was
that
interesting. Basically, it was a sci-fi. So it was very, very short. So it was kind of like a promo or like a pilot. But basically it looked like some human beings are hunting these stones that belong to aliens. And
this is a Jamaican story.
Yeah, man.
Jamaican cast. Jamaican director.
Yeah, man. Everything Jamaican.
Cool.
And basically they've stolen these stones and the aliens have discovered that they've stolen the stones and are after them. So you see a lot of special effects, visual effects. It was pretty. It was like I saw it and I was like,
so sorry that I missed it. No,
yeah, man. There was Sea People by Stacey and Sutherland. Okay. That was a very interesting film because that was about autism. Funny enough.
And it's called Sea People?
It's because
SEA people?
Yeah, man, SEA people.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I'll buy it.
No, it's more than that because it has to do with this family that has an autistic child. The father is a fisherman. And basically he's, taking his son on excursions and there's certain things that his son is just, not catching on too quickly and he's upset with his son about it. And the mother is thinking, hey, the doctor is saying that, this child, something is wrong with him. But the father doesn't think anything is wrong with his child and doesn't want to go to these shrinks. And, there's a lot of things in there about Jamaican stereotypes.
Yeah, because Jamaicans tend to not believe in, all the Jamaicans don't believe in mental.
They don't, not only do they not believe in mental issues, but also there are a lot of conditions that they just don't believe in any at all. They believe
True.
the doctors are trying to rob them.
True.
And, you know. So that was a good film. Also a pilot.
That
one
was Sea People by Stacey and Sutherland.
Yes, Stacey and Sutherland.
Okay.
And this film to me has really good potential for being a movie. From
Uh-huh.
what I saw, it has serious potential for being a movie. It definitely has international appeal about a serious topic. There was also Perishable by Rastingo, one of our very popular music video directors in Jamaica.
Yes. I know Rastingo.
Yeah, man. Very interesting personality.
No, trust me. He makes filming fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. There was Kinto by Joshua Paul. Good friend of mine as well. He's currently in England studying for his master's in directing. But
You serious?
yeah, man.
Wow.
Kinto is about a boy who lives on the street, wipes car windows.
I saw a poster for it.
Okay.
I did see a poster for it.
We're going to be doing it every other month.
Every other month.
Yeah.
Why every other month, guys?
Well, they were talking about doing it every month, but they were just questioning, whether they would have enough.
The crowd?
The
What if we
crowd
can
and-
build a crowd? I think we can build a crowd now. Alright, let's share the video. Guys, out there, we'll have to get this out. We're gonna share this video. See if we
Right.
can get at least
And we can put some trailers in this
let's
video.
put 200 shares.
200 shares?
200 shares. Can we share it 200 times to get it
Alright,
out?
yeah, 200
Because
shares.
here we're
guys,
talking
200
about
shares.
well over 6 filmmakers,
Well
right?
over.
Who have hired Jamaican actors, editors, directors, producers. This is just we're building an industry here, guys,
Yeah.
and in order for it to be sustained, we need to introduce new blood interest into it. Because as I'm telling Kevin, one of my biggest problems with film nights when I go to the same people, you see.
Yeah. Well, this one I can tell you, it was not the same people. Yes, you saw a few of the same, but there are a lot of people there who were not
new.
the normal. Yeah, man. It was. Yeah, man. And the roast fish was good. The bami. No, like, trust me, I have to go back even if it's just for the bami.
Just for that.
No, man, I don't think you understand how good the bami was. Like,
Right.
it was perfectly crispy on the outside and fluffy and soft on the inside. Like, but anyway.
So come for the show, stay for the food.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But yeah, the thing is, I really want more people to come to these things because one, you get to see stories that are not typical. You get to see stories that's not your gunman, badman show.
Yeah.
Right? Stories about autism, stories about aliens from outer space.
Right.
Stories about human trafficking, stories about, windshield wiper. Stories.
Guys, another thing that if you can do in the comments below, if you can share ideas on how we can get the word out on these films. I don't know what you're going to say. Oh, why don't you put it on YouTube? Not everything needs to go, is able to go on YouTube because of different contractual obligations. Let's share some ideas of how we can get these filmmakers to get their body of work noticed so people can come and watch it.
Yeah.
Right there in the comments below. Alright, so let's move on to our final topic of today. And I'm looking forward to seeing this BOJ ad. Alright?
Yeah, man. Alright. Let me show you this.
Bring it.
So, this BOJ ad, right?
Alright.
Everybody's been talking about this.
Alright.
So
Robin, have you heard about it? Robin shakes his head no.
Alright, so.
What is no?
Yeah. Make sure the volume is turned up.
It is
Oh, yes,
Friday,
yes,
so
right.
aside from mac and cheese, I also want to mention and highlight my favorite thing from the country that brought you Cool Runnings. The Bank of Jamaica released the most fire central bank.
Are we the Cool Runnings?
Yeah, well, Cool Runners was shot in Jamaica, and it's about Jamaica.
Video in human history. Check it out.
Why couldn't say the Mighty Queen? Why the man have to talk about Cool Runnings?
The Mighty Queen again is not Jamaican.
Where it come from?
It is about Jamaica. Cause remember, it was starring who?
Denzel Washington.
And
Not Jamaicans.
and Robert Townsend.
But they had a one Jamaican in there.
Yeah, the one in the prison who say, "You want a red stripe?"
Alright, back to this.
Committed to make the economy grow. Predictable, stable, and low. Inflation targeting the way to go. Okay, so guys, think there's a couple takeaways from that video. One is that the Bank of Jamaica is severely tied to inflation targeting.
Thoughts?
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
You don't see nothing wrong with it?
I mean, it's like every ad I've seen on TV.
Yeah, every Jamaican ad you've seen on TV.
Yeah.
It's
Hold on, let me get a second watch. Sorry guys, just permit me a
Most
second watch.
fire central bank video in human history. Check it out.
Yeah.
Jamaica and the economy. And the best way forward is using an inflation targeting strategy. Keep the rates them low, stable and intact, so consumers can buy more goods with them cash. Committed to make the economy grow. Predictable, stable and low. Inflation targeting is the way to go.
How much them pay you?
Okay, so guys,
How much BOJ pay you? Tell the truth, man. How much
Alright.
BOJ pay you?
Alright,
Let me hear your thoughts and then I'll give my thoughts.
Here are my thoughts then.
Yeah, man. Let me hear your thoughts.
If I heard it on the radio, I wouldn't have heard anything. I'll be very honest with you because
Okay.
it sounds like every Jamaican ad I've heard
Okay.
where, but because I'm paying attention, I actually got the message to say, okay, keep prices low, and the best way to do it is to have an inflation strategy.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody like me who minored in economics, I understand fully what that means.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. Continue.
Right? So that's probably why I'm interpreting and getting a different reaction off of this ad.
Okay.
Because I actually understand what that means.
Alright.
But I'm fully cognizant of the fact that the average Jamaican didn't study economics and probably going, what the hell is an inflation strategy?
Alright.
But at the very least, for me, maybe the intended purpose of the ad is to spark conversation. Like what we're talking about now.
Alright, fair
Maybe
enough.
that's the intended purpose. Because people are talking about it. Granted, then no one talking about inflation strategy. They're talking about, oh, this makes us look like fools.
You see, what's also unfair is the fact that you did marketing as well. So you might be... the fact that it's a conversation starter means that it served its purpose as a marketing tool. Right? Right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So there's some unfair bias. But alright, so I'm going to tell you from
No,
the perspective...
there's no bias. It's a jiggy. If people
It's
still
a
say
jiggy.
jiggy, bruv.
Alright.
I saw it there, Robin, bruv. Robin rolls his eyes. I don't know. I personally don't feel no way about it. I'm neither here nor there. But at the very least, in the international space, here they're saying that Jamaica is now showing people, a fun way to talk about not a very exciting topic.
I'm going to tell you what I think about it from a filmmaker's perspective and a storytelling perspective.
Okay.
Right? Now, I really enjoy the fact that they use reggae music because the international audience loves reggae music.
And recognizes reggae over dancehall.
Right.
That's just facts.
And recently, reggae was regarded as a international treasure by some... I don't even remember. It was the UN? I think it was... Well, I don't remember, but Babsy Grange was there too.
Oh, that,
So,
yes.
yeah, right.
Yes.
No, so I don't have a problem with that. Right?
Great, cool.
We have a problem now stems from what you're saying. You understand economics. I don't, so I didn't get anything from that. I heard them saying about inflation is good. I said, okay. I don't know what inflation is really and truly. Like, practically, what is inflation? How do I affect inflation? You can explain it a little bit later, but when I look at the visuals, here's what I'm seeing. I see a blue Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10 driving around town. And I see the gas needle and I see the rev clock moving and I see them driving around town.
It's symbolic.
And they're talking. I know it's symbolic, but my thing is that on the face, I thought it was a gas station ad. I thought it was an ad for like Shell or, some gas station. Right? That's what I thought it was, or it was a car ad. I thought it was like JetCon selling a car or something. I did not think they were talking about inflation. There was some stuff I liked. Where like they did that whole view of the city and they were talking about if inflation affecting the country. I said, okay, great. I connected that dot, but I didn't connect the other dots. Like, is increased inflation bad or is decreased inflation bad? How does that work? And you're laughing.
I'm laughing because that particular topic is not something, I'll say I want that to go down. But that particular topic, is not the most exciting topic to talk about.
No, I get it, but what I'm saying...
It is very boring.
If I spend more, Or should I be spending more? Should I be saving more? What exactly?
All right. In a nutshell, they're trying to say that with an inflation strategy, no will give your dollar more, so you have more spending power. So you can actually buy more with what?
Like so you can buy an F10.
The thing you want to buy, if you got the money, you got the money, you know. Inflation's the difference of paying $5 million for it today and paying $6 million for it tomorrow.
Right.
That's really it in a nutshell.
Right.
But the challenge is that how do you tell an exciting story about inflation?
And not only that, I didn't see where they included the people in the ad. The only person in the ad was a woman walking into the F10 in a helmet. My thing is that if you're telling me that BOJ is working hard on this inflation strategy to benefit the country, and how does it affect me, the average man?
Here's the challenge again. You tend to find that really a lot of these ads are targeting millennials, right? So probably they start in a room and go, okay, what do millennials like? Blue. They like blue. Light blue, and they like racing cars. So let's get a racing car in there.
Well, they also like cats on Facebook.
Right. Well, cats are not the best cooperative thing. Let's get a nice, pretty brown girl in there to drive the car.
Always a pretty brown girl.
Right. Let's put it on
in a country that's suffering a bleaching problem.
There you go. Let's drop in a very nice beat. People love to dance. Hell, I was flinging my shoulder.
I saw.
Very well. You know, but
I saw you had lots of practice in some of those videos I've seen you in online. But yeah.
But the challenge is that I say, if it sparks an interest. Then great. You want to know what inflation is now. Like, alright, BOJ talk about inflation strategy. One name, so quick Google search. Bam, you don't know what it is.
We hope people are searching for that.
I doubt it.
I highly doubt it.
I highly doubt it. But guess what? It's one of those situations where you have something is better. Doing something is better than doing nothing. Because the BOJ actually was facing an image crisis. So, and I think this particular ad is geared towards fixing the image of the BOJ, because the vast majority of this country, people in the back of bush and up in the hilltops, think BOJ is a waste of time. Them don't know the purpose of the central bank.
Alright, well, here's my final verdict. Based on what I've been hearing, a lot of local people do not like that. They think it makes us look silly.
That's fine.
Right? But I have been seeing where people overseas think it's the best thing since sliced bread.
So the question is, whose opinion matters?
That is what I'm getting at, right? Now, if it is that BOJ did that ad to draw the attention of the international audience, you know, perhaps even for the purposes of attracting investors, then I think the ad probably did its job.
Well, here's my closing to this, and we can wrap up. You tend to find that Jamaicans, even the big companies, they do not quote their targets, or there are even some companies that don't accept payment in JA dollars.
Yeah, that's true.
Which goes towards, the weakening of the Jamaican dollar.
But it's hard, let me tell you, it's hard not to tie your dollar to the US dollar, simply because when your business and your raw material is dependent on things that cost US,
you have to buy it from
overseas, and you tell your customer that it costs X today, and then tomorrow your raw material gone up, it's hard to tell your customer, say, oh, well, today it is now $100 more than it was yesterday.
No, and that's fine. That is totally fine enough for those industries that operate in something that they're constantly bringing in. But in the retail market, sometimes you have supply that you purchase for X price and you have it there, and then when the price increases, some companies do an unfair practice where, the price gone up. Well, this thing that I bought for X, it now costs
I will challenge you on that. You know why I'm going to challenge you on that?
Right.
I used to think like that. But guess what? So I buy, let us say my business is centered around, name a product. Name a product that I have to import. Let's say beer, or no, not beer.
Lots of beer is done there.
Well, that is true. What then? Gillette, right?
Razors,
deodorant, razors, whatever.
Deodorant.
So I buy a batch of deodorants, razors, etc. Right? I am selling this stuff at a price. Now overseas it's gone up, right? Or the dollar has changed and it's gone up. It now means that I have to spend more money to get a new
new stock.
New stock, which in my in my books, I would have said, okay, I'm allocating X amount of money for this good every month. But then the dollar gone up. We're going to find that extra. I have to charge you more for the goods that are here so that I can pay for that new
Fair enough.
Where the money going to come from?
Fair
if I don't
enough.
increase it, then I'm going to have to bring in less next month.
Fair enough.
So
I get you. If we're going to target on that, that's
Right.
fair enough.
And that is where I have a problem. If the audience for BOJ's ad is Jamaican,
Who says it's for Jamaica?
I never said it was. I'm saying if. Remember before I said if it's for the international audience, then the ad has done its job.
I can remember one of
If
the
it's
things.
for Jamaica,
Yeah.
I think the ad has missed completely.
Because one of the things that you find that they teach in economy is a way to bring in outside currency into your country.
Right.
Because if you're just operating independent of everyone else, it's just the same amount
Yeah,
of
man,
money
yeah,
going
yeah.
circle. I really think that ad's purpose was to bring in new things.
Fine, if that is the case, then
And
sure.
also to spark interest in what the hell they're doing. Because a good chunk of people don't know what BOJ does. And just know, sir, a them control bank and it done this up.
Alright, so if anybody from BOJ wants to come on the show,
Oh, I'd love someone from
explain.
BOJ to come from the show. Again, comment below. Share this with somebody who works
Yeah,
at
man.
BOJ. We'd love for them to come on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
Anyway, I think we need to wrap up now.
Wrap up.
I think the next time that we connect, we should talk about some other lesser known sports in Jamaica, like fencing. Did you know that fencing is in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm not talking about the fence that you put up to block people out of your property.
Yeah,
Surf
Zara
rides,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Rowing, as in, Olympic boat rowing.
What's about donkey
wrestling,
races? I don't see donkey races.
hasn't made it to Olympics yet.
Oh, because
they're still working on it.
because going back to the girl from Darlington, they do a lot of donkey racing in Darlington.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They do. Oh, okay, that's
Only
nice.
for
That's
donkey
nice.
race.
That's nice. And we want to talk about Jamaica Olympic Association's goal for 10 by 2020, which is they want 10 sports to be in the 2020 Olympics. Right now, everybody know track and field is there, and 12.
Yeah.
Well, some years back we had a little taekwondo in it, and there are some other sports, but they want 10 different sports now.
I'm on board.
We also want to look at some more filmmaking news in Jamaica, as well as animation and some innovation in the tech and other topics that we can dig up. Right?
Alright, great. Well, guys, I just want to let you know that this episode is actually sponsored by Chillout. Where to Chill went out, right? New season coming soon, and you can also check the old seasons right here. Alright, link will be in the description for the old seasons of Chillout. Right, thank you so much for the presence of Chillout for bringing the show to you. Thank you for joining us here at the Diaspora Connect JA. My name is Rome.
And I'm Kevin Jackson. And one last note. Anything you guys want us to talk about, just leave in the comments below, right? And we will feature it in a future show. All right? Peace out.